Hi, my name is Andrew Hong. I'm the U.S. Marketing Manager for DJ Tech. I'm very happy today to talk about one of our newest products, the Dragon 2. The Dragon 2 is a 4-deck controller that also has a built-in analog mixer. I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the features here in just a second. Starting from the top of the Dragon 2, we have what maps to Virtual DJ all the different sampler features, which have independent controls, rotary encoders that are push selectable, and then on and off switches for all your sample decks as well. As you move down towards the jog wheel, you see a nice illuminated jog wheel here. That's large. You can also adjust the sensitivity of the jog wheel. It's also touch sensitive for all the scratch DJs out there. You can also turn the scratch mode on so you can pitch bend, or you can turn it back on for scratch mode as well. We also have your pitch bend down here, as well as all your normal transport controls. So you have your play pause, your cue, your cup, and a shift button for all the different features that we've assigned to a second layer of mapping. We also have rubber pads here for your hot cues, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we have in, out for your loop, as well as a selectable auto loop that has an endless rotary encoder so that you can select the size of your loop by turning the encoder. Moving out towards the mixer section of the Dragon 2, this is actually a pretty cool feature about the unit. It's actually a MIDI controller, but also a fully functional analog mixer. So right now what we have it on is MIDI mode, but now we can switch it over to the analog mode, and as you can see, you switch it to the input where you can plug in a CD player or a turntable. You can also switch to the other side, and it's color coded so you know exactly where you are when you're mixing all your tracks together. So you have your normal EQs that work as a normal analog mixer, but another cool feature about it is that you have an analog filter as well. So it's not just software filter, but if you have a CD player or a turntable plugged into it, the filter also works with that CD player or turntable. Right for high pass, low for low pass. Left for low pass. So moving down, you have your faders, nice smooth faders here, as well as LED meters so you can monitor your levels. You also have a crossfader here that you can use. It's a hardware crossfader curve that you can assign the slope of it. Another cool feature too is that with the crossfader, you can turn off the MIDI mode on the crossfader or turn it back on. So if you're using an analog mixer, what you can do is you can use have it assigned to like a video transition in whatever software you're using for video mixing. Going around to the inputs for the actual device, we actually have a number of inputs that we can use for all the DJs that are out there. You've got your microphone input, as well as tone control, volume, and talk over. So it's basically like you have a regular mixer, so that if you need to make any kind of announcements, you switch over your talk over mode, the volume lowers a little bit as you're speaking. We also have your USB audio mode where you switch between your 2-deck or 4-deck control, which allows you to do either 2 decks via your MIDI control or 4 decks via MIDI control. As I said before, you also have your crossfader here, so you can have your MIDI mode for all your, if you want to use it with like a software that has video mixing, as well as your assignable crossfader curve. And then finally, you also have your headphone input as well. Moving over more to all the back of the unit where you have all your connections, we've got XLR outputs. So you have balanced outputs for all the pro or mobile DJs out there that need a solid connection. You also have RCA outputs, as well as for your master and your booth. As we said before, you can also plug in turntables or CD players into the inputs, which allows you to mix using the analog filter. So this is the Dragon 2. It's DJ Tech's newest 4-deck MIDI controller as well as analog mixer, and it'll be available starting in April.